but you have a really busy and demanding schedule. In this video, I'm going to share with you what most folks get wrong when they're trying to lose belly fat and slim down, and what shifts you can start taking today to start losing more weight, slimming down your waistline, and keeping it that way. Okay. I think one of the biggest frustrations that most folks have is they see all these trainers who are just giving out this generic advice, which they start and they lose some weight, but it's temporary. They end up losing it and gaining the weight back. And so I'm going to share with you some steps that you can start using today to start getting the results and keeping them. Okay. And so the first thing is this: you have to make the shift from just eating a lot of healthy foods that are dense in calories, okay, to eating more proteins, healthy fats, and fibrous carbs, okay? Here's what I mean when I say healthy foods that are dense with calories. All right. I'm talking about things like peanut butter. Like a lot of times I notice when people get on this health kick of wanting to lose weight and slim down their waistline, they'll start drinking smoothies. And these smoothies will have things like peanut butter, almond butter in them, and even a lot of avocados and guacamole, things like that. And these foods are healthy. They're not bad. But the issue is they have a lot of calories in them, and most folks just don't know because they're not tracking or weighing how much they're consuming. Things like cashews and almonds and avocados and walnuts, all healthy foods. These are foods we should all be eating, but they're very dense in calories. Okay, and so we can eat these foods, but we have to be mindful of how much. Okay, another example: a lot of people who are busy, they tend to eat out and they go to places like Jersey Mike's, Subway, and when they're eating these big Subway sandwiches and these subs from Jersey Mike's, healthy but dense in calories. And a lot of people eat this way for not just months but years and wonder why their clothes not fitting no more. They wonder why they don't have energy anymore, uh, not just physically but mentally. They have brain fog, things like that, and that's because of the dense, how dense the food is that they're eating with calories. All right, you could overconsume on healthy food. I think we all see people who are like vegans and vegetarians, and a lot of them are overweight, a lot of them be obese, and they wonder why. And it would lead a lot of people to say, "Well, how is that even possible?" You know, and this happens because they're overeating on healthy food. If you overeat on even healthy food, you're not going to lose weight, guys. Okay, so it's very important to be aware of how much you're consuming. That's why I recommend using an app like MyFitnessPal. That way, you know how much you're consuming. You're not guessing. Okay, I'm out here in Atlanta, uh, and so what we want to do instead is this. One thing I teach my private coaching clients is don't eat based on just calorie intake. All right. Because if it was that easy, most people just say move more, eat less. But a lot of people still have a hard time losing weight. The reason why is because it's not just about the quality. I mean, it's not just about the quantity of how much you're eating, it's the quality of what you're eating. Because you can eat less, but if it's the right types of food that are going to give you energy, you get better results. I mean, you feel good and you look good. Okay. And so, eating protein, every single meal should have protein in it, guys. Like, this is one of the biggest shifts I help my coaching clients make when they join my program, understanding not just their calorie intake, but their daily protein intake. And they're eating protein in every single meal. Like, without question, my most successful members who eat the right amount of protein, they drop the most amount of weight. And the coaching clients who are just kind of like guessing and, you know, and they have a plan, but they don't follow the plan. And they just gotta like eat what they want, eat whatever they want to, and just work out. They don't get the best results. Okay, those people still typically struggle, you know. And so it's very, very important to prioritize protein, prioritize eating healthy fats, prioritize, and when I say healthy fats, some things like walnuts, cashews, almonds, things like that. Super important to eat these things, not just for looks, but heart health, brain health, overall health and wellness, like our immune system. We need these things, our hormones. We need healthy fats in our diet. And then fibrous carbs, things like fruits that have seeds in them, green veggies. Like, it sounds like, common sense, but it's more to it than just eating these foods for weight loss. Like if you like me, you want to be around for the people you love and care about. You don't want to just kind of like survive the day while you're at work. You want to be able to thrive. You want to be able to excel and get to the next level, whether you're in a career, like at a job where you're working in a career, or if you own your own business. You need energy. High performers understand the most successful people, The Rock, Kevin Hart, Oprah, they all work out. We see these people pushing the narrative of being healthy. And the reason is not just because of looks and image. That's important, but they understand when you eat well, you feel well. And when you feel well, you can do more. You can be a better you in your career. You could be a better parent for your children. You could be a better partner for your partner. All right, when you have more energy. I was talking to a guy the other day who was like, his wife always wants to go out with the baby, and she wants him to come out too, but he just kind of like stays at the house because he's always tired. He kind of like, I think he was about 40 or 50 pounds overweight, and he was just like, none of the clothes really look good on me anymore. And so it's like those are moments this guy will never get back. You never get these moments back. Like guys, people who are successful understand we're all gonna make money. But we're on that hospital bed or the last moments of our life. What are we thinking about? We're thinking about all the moments of our life. We're not thinking about more money. When we're like reminiscing and thinking back, we're thinking about the time spent with our family and the people we love and care about and the things that we did, the experiences and things like that, right? And did we become the version of ourselves that we felt like we had the potential to become? And it's hard to become that person. And it's hard to look back and say, man, I really enjoyed my life if we're always tired, if our clothes didn't fit, so we didn't have the confidence to really get out and do what we wanted to do and accomplish more and conquer life. So, super, super important. The second thing is stop drinking your calories. I want y'all to get this. Small hinges close big doors. Okay. And one of the easiest, fastest ways to lose more weight, to slim down your waistline, is not more willpower, it's not more time in the gym, it's not more discipline. It's just stop drinking your calories. I see so many people who are drinking sodas all the time, drinking Simply Lemonades, drinking sweet teas at Popeyes, and drinking Gatorades all day. These have calories in them, y'all. A lot of people are drinking themselves fat, not just eating themselves fat. They're drinking their calories. And we can drink a can of soda in seconds, like without blinking an eye. That can of soda is gone. 150 calories, 200 plus calories. You know, this is how people are gaining like 50 plus pounds in a year because they're drinking so much of their calories. And even alcohol. Like I drink alcohol, but I'm not doing it all the time, guys. Like I drink maybe once or twice a week. And so it's very important to be mindful of alcohol intake too. All right. Um, and so that's the second thing. Just know, like, though, it doesn't have to be extremely hard to lose this weight, guys. Small hinges close big doors. And just how small of a shift that is from drinking soda to drinking sparkling water can make a big difference with how much weight you lose, okay? And how much more energy you have. Because that sugar in the simply lemonade, the sodas, sweet teas, that's not only causing you to gain weight. It doesn't just cause people to gain a lot of weight. It steals their energy. It steals their vitality. It steals their physical and their mental energy. So you have brain fog all the time. Look at the quality of foods that you eat. Okay. And the things that you drink. And then the last thing is this, because there's a lot more that I could add to this, but one thing is for sure. I see a lot of people they're looking at these trainers and they're doing these generic meal plans, these generic workout plans, and they start these plans, but they can't stick with it. They start these plans, they lose a little bit of weight, but then they gain it back. And so it's just temporary. And so it leads to a lot of disappointment and frustration. And for some people, it's embarrassing, you know? And so The big thing you got to do, and the most successful people, what they realize is it's kind of like having a tailored suit. You know, if you want to look your best, if you really care about your image, if you're the type of person who cares about your image, you don't just buy any suit. You want a suit that's tailored to you. You know, you want clothes that are fitted, well fitted. You look the part, right? And by having that, you look your best versus just having a suit on that just it doesn't like wrap around your body the way you want it to. You know, this is how your nutrition and training should be. It should work for you and not against you. It should be suited to support your schedule, your eating preferences, your fitness level, your goals. When you get this, this is how you get results, not just now, but long term. We all know people who are busy. We all know successful people who are busy. The Rock, Tony Robbins. I always go back to Kevin Hart. You know, I'm big on like comedy and stuff like that. And you know, all these guys working out. Jeff Bezos, one of the richest men in the world. Like he is jacked. This guy's busy. All these folks are busy. What's the difference between they're busy and the people who are busy who are not in shape? They have structure, they have habits, they have strategies that fit their life, their fitness level, and their goals. I'm telling you, this is the game. This is how you get results. You're able to keep them because you're doing things that you can realistically sustain. You're not doing something that's like cookie cutter and generic. And you start it, you do it for a couple of weeks, and then you fall off. You got to have something that works for you and not against you. And the last thing I'll say is this: you have to shift from being busy to prepared. The most successful people have the same amount of time in a day. The shift that they make is they know what they need to do ahead of time before that day happens, before that week happens. They're not just like going into the day and meandering throughout the day, just trying to like get by. They have an agenda. They're prepared. Okay. We all know, we look at sports these days, the most prepared team typically wins. Even in boxing, the most prepared boxer normally wins. They're just way more sharp. They're moving with way more intentionality and purpose. And so ask yourself, are you moving with intentionality and purpose? Are you winging it? Are you just kind of like trying to get by and making the excuse, I'm busy, so I don't go to the gym? I'm busy, so I don't eat right. Well, for a lot of people, they don't realize this, but a lot of people's excuses become their limitations. But the people who are successful, they don't make excuses. They just find new habits. They find the right strategies that are going to work based on their lifestyle, based on their schedule, based on whatever is going on in their situation at that time. Okay. And so hopefully y'all found this helpful. If you have questions, you can drop them down below in the comments below. And let's see. I see somebody made a comment. You look like changing from stray. I don't know what that's all about. Little brother, how important body? Your body is very important. All right, guys. If you are ready to make that shift, you're ready to go from good to great. You're ready to literally just like transform your body, start looking and feeling your best. Okay. But you want to remove all the guesswork, remove all the stress and thinking. All right. I can do that for you. I'm going to drop a link down in the description below. And you can look at the short video to understand a little bit more about how I help my private coaching clients, and we can explore the option of working together. All right, talk to y'all soon. Peace.